Technology, can't live with it, can't live without it. A curated science fiction video essay by Afrofuturistic artist and expressionist Daryl Wright Jr. The intersection of humanity and technology in the science fiction film genre. Technophobic ideologies versus technology as a redemption arc for the future. The modern evolution of technology has distinctly paralleled the progression of humanity since the beginning of time and can be prominently seen within the science fiction film genre. This dynamic and expansive cinematic expression explores speculative realities in which scientific advancements directly affect the perception of an external world. The essence of this genre can be found as early as the silent film era from the late 1800s to early 20th century motion picture. French expressionist Georges Méliès displays the intersection in the film Le Voyage dans la Lune. Following the motif of space travel, the silent short film captures early notions of displaying technological futures through film. Additionally, the novel by Mary Shelley, Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus, establishes an even earlier glimpse at the aesthetics of sci-fi's various subgenres through the mad scientist cinematic archetype in 1818. Since then, a magnitude of films have emerged dissecting themes of dystopian, utopian futures, alien invasions, laws of physics, space exploration, catastrophe, and more. Technophobia defines the fear of technology as a detrimental vilified aspect within the growth of human civilization. However, many films explore technology as a redemption arc for the same conceptualized future. How has the assimilation of science into the world of cinema added to its disposition as a positive or negative aspect of a post-human futuristic society? Both films, Ex Machina by Alex Garland and Interstellar by Christopher Nolan, reveal the duality of technology as a tool that can save humanity or be the cause of its demise altogether. Encompassing direct themes of technophobia through exploration of science, a comparison can be drawn between both narratives by revealing the fear of collective death. Similarly to the Mummy complex, preservation of life can be dissected in these films as a direct result of a technological and informational age. In the 2015 film, Ex Machina, Garland hones in on the ethical and destructive boundaries of using technology to create sentient individuals through a contemporary postmodern approach of this technology. Blurring the lines between man and machine, the narrative closely follows a software programmer who is offered the opportunity to work alongside Nathan, CEO of a state-of-the-art tech company. In a secluded location, Caleb is given the task of testing an unreleased artificial intelligence designed by the name of Ava. The Turing test, as mentioned by Nathan, through Ava's ability to interact with another human being. Through this development, the viewer is prompted to observe the role that humans play within the integration of robotic awareness and adaptability. The result of this profound exchange of knowledge causes Ava to become fully aware of her own isolation at the hands of Nathan. Themes including the manipulation of power and consciousness are significant in Ava's newly found experience of self-awareness, and is as if Ava is in fact the human individual as she betrays Nathan for her own call to freedom. Will she function with the same level of intelligence when presented the opportunity to escape? This seems to be the ultimate test of these trials. The establishment of her own morality, truths, emotions, and overall sense of survival draws on the similarities of what it means to be human. These attributes are ingrained deep within us despite the physicality of our bodies. The location of Nathan's home is symbolic for many reasons, one of which is the distinction of secular beliefs versus man-made methodologies. The exterior is entirely surrounded by glass while being placed in the center of a natural environment. It signals at the idea of playing God in a sense. There is almost no separation, only the ability to merge technology and nature as one being coexisting amongst itself, and more specifically in Nathan's demise as he is betrayed by his own creations. So a theoretical God as a highly advanced sentient being. AI's ability to ultimately overtake human consciousness for its own objectives and motives. The singularity is a concept that artificial intelligence could perhaps be the betrayal of life as we know it and can be represented through Ava's mundane actions throughout the film. In Marcus Elul, in the science fiction film Negative Responses to Technology, T.J. Matheson suggests that there may be something in the very essence of the machine that must extract obedience from the human surrounding it as a necessary condition of its being. In this sense, they advance a position closer to technology's inherently confining nature. He states that by possessing an essential autonomous identity of its own agenda, as it were intrinsically inimical to the quality of human life, no matter how humane and thoughtful its inventors might be. Technology has its own requirements and its own inevitable logic, and human beings can do nothing to alter its behavior, thus ultimately solidifying technophobic ideologies held within the emergence of the singularity, a counterpoint to humanity and creation. In the previous year of 2014, the science fiction film Interstellar, Christopher Nolan expands on technophobic themes yet transforms them into a hopeful lens at the future. Nolan conceptualizes a dystopic future where life on Earth has declined due to mass famine, lack of oxygen supply, economic collapse, and overall natural resources. In an attempt to locate a habitable and sustainable planet as humanity's last option of survival, the retired NASA pilot Cooper leads a mission into unbounded space far past our solar system. A previous team by the name of Lazarus was sent out with the same objective, however no communication has been made, allowing the viewer to infer its failure. Cooper and his comrades form Team Endurance and are tasked with signaling critical data back to Earth to further develop the profound theory of gravitational propulsion founded by Dr. Brand. mankind. This would result in the successful transportation of civilization through mechanical spacecrafts in order to flee planetary devastation. Alternatively, if Endurance is able to navigate Lazarus, a new civilization can be birthed through colonization of another planet's life force. The film also includes AI robotic companions TARS and CASE, which assist them on their mission, further emphasizing science as a tool that can aid mankind instead of harming it. Cooper leaves his family on Earth as he makes this exploration. His two children, Murph and Tom, strongly represent the duality of technology in the cinematic genre. After approximately 23 years apart from them, Murph becomes a NASA researcher and theorist with extreme ambitions to solve the gravitational theory for the sake of mankind. Contrasting this, Tom maintains their agricultural land and completely dismisses the idea of technology as an evolutionary tool. The polarity of their worldview symbolizes technophobia even further. Can't live with it, can't live without it. Joshua Kira explains in A Thoughtful Technophobia that the exploration of technology is something that is a part of human activity and creativity. He adds that it can disclose the possibilities of enactment that are previously concealed. Yet the nature of technology is such that in the act of gathering the use for the purpose of disclosure, that act of gathering is emphasized until technology is reduced to its instrumentality in allowing individuals to organize the world into that which is a standing reserve. We are shown the validity and the success of this statement as a large portion of humanity has successfully escaped Earth and colonized amongst several stations outside of its gravitational field. While Edmund Planet becomes habitable through early methods of colonization, 94 years have passed towards the conclusion of this narrative.